All right, now I want to talk about children and abuse. And what is a child to you? Now, children come in many different ways. Right? What I mean by that is that some people can't even have children, right? Or can, and they love their animals and the things they have around them like children. Even objects, some people will call them their child, right? Like a scientist when it comes to making inventions, stuff like that. And so people have children in all sorts of ways. And when it comes to abuse, when it comes to abuse to a living creature, or something with a soul, it's the same for all creatures. God teaches us that you got to keep everything equal, right? Do unto others that you wish to be done unto you, equal as all his creatures are equally his creation. He loves them all. But he also knows that a snake eats a mouse and all these things, and we have free will, and he's put all this puzzle together, these pieces, these walls, right? But then we have humans, right? And its perspective, and animals' perspective, or all these things. But we talk about these main walls. The Bible talks about certain things and stuff like that. And so you'll have some people call their animals children. So if they call their animal children, right, that means that's how they see them. Like precious children that don't deserve certain things, stuff like that. No creature does. When it comes to physical violence and abusive violence, even verbal. Animals know verbal, get to know verbal. The point of that is that Stella, when I usually never got upset until the last year or so, a few years ago, where I've gone through issues. And when I swear, to carry on, it's just verbal, right? In the actions, she runs off. She doesn't like it. She's never used to that. Her first few years of life, she's 5 now, or 6. First few years was a nice, lovely life until these incidents came up, right? And now she does this thing, and I hate it. Every time I yell, it's like when you have a child around, it runs off, you shouldn't be doing these certain things, even though life brings on these things, and it's human to do it. And so when it comes to abuse, it comes in many forms. So you say, even yell at a dog, right, and go, get the fuck out of bed right now. Just fucking sleep. You want me to backhand you? That's physical threats. And usually people that say it, right, would more likely do it. Definitely if you know these people have attacked things before, perhaps even yourself, right? And you hear these threats, they're more likely they're going to do it, right? It's the same with when it comes to child abuse. People might say things every now and then, and you don't take too much of an action on these sayings unless you know that they're going to do it. They've previously done it before, and so on, right? That's how you can start to pick out if they would do it or not, right? And then you can try to pre-prevent it, or pre-preventing, and confront them of why they had those feelings and those sayings as their inappropriate sayings to say to certain things, right? Now, when I talk about abuse, and child abuse, it could be child abuse, be worried about child abuse in certain ways, definitely through certain things that I've been through already previously when it comes to the child abuse area. But I also know about the abuse towards animals. And a lot of people, definitely in my stories recently, a lot of people like to threaten your animals just because you might have a particular animal, or they just don't like it in their religion. And so they'll come up with propaganda, all these things, to try to get what they don't want around them. Pretty shocking, isn't it? But anyway, I thought I'd talk about that because it'll all be part of my reports when I go to do some reports to find out and figure out shit. Because that's how it goes, right? So you let me know when it comes to abuse. What type of child abuse would you report? So would you report that if an animal's getting abused, doesn't need to be a child, right? A child is something that is defenseless, right? And you know better, we know better, and you can help something that's defenseless, right? What would you do? Huh? Are you an animal abuser? Do you abuse other people because you're an animal abuser? You know what I mean, people? Are you a child abuser? Does your child have problems and cause things and say things on your behalf because you're a child abuser? Do these people abuse adults and other things too? Have you seen these things in these people? And if you have, and you've got recordings of them too and all that kind of stuff, you should report it to your local trusted police station. And if they don't work, what they say, you never trust the first doctor, go see another one and see you later.